more alone you feel, the more connected you become. It doesn't make sense at first. How could silence bring you closer to others? How could isolation become the bridge to something universal? But Carl Jung knew it well, that behind the curtain of our private suffering lies a shared human story. And when you step into the quiet long enough, when the noise of the world finally fades, you begin to hear something ancient, something collective. A hum beneath the surface that tells you, you're not the first to feel this way, and you won't be the last. In fact, the grief you carry, the emptiness, the confusion, they don't just belong to you. They echo through generations. They are inherited echoes of unresolved wounds. Jung called this the collective unconscious, a psychic ocean where all of humanity's fears, longings, dreams, and archetypes coexist. And even if you've never heard the term, you've felt it in the ache that comes from nowhere, in the symbols that show up in your dreams, in the way one piece of art or one line in a book can make you cry without knowing why. That's not just your pain. That's the pain of being human. And it's shared, not in a superficial way, but in a soul-deep recognition that we are all walking through versions of the same fire. Solitude makes this visible, because when no one is around to distract you, you begin to sense the invisible threads connecting you to the hearts of others, not as a concept, but as a felt reality. You start to notice that your fear of not being enough is the same fear that has haunted people for centuries, that your longing to be understood is not personal, it is ancestral. And suddenly, you're not isolated, you're initiated into a much older story, one that binds us together in ways modern life tries to make us forget. Jung wrote that when we explore the unconscious, we do not sink into personal chaos, but rather encounter universal order.